Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to LA Live. It's another jam-packed episode for you today, and I'm joined here by some of my colleagues here at the Luxury Escapes Melbourne office. Mark, how are you today?
Hey Blake, good, thank you.
Now, where was the last travel destination you went
Lucky we went to Bali in June.
Bali?
Amazing.
Fantastic. And Chelsea, welcome.
Thank you, Blake.
How are you doing?
I'm really well, thank you.
And where have you been lately?
I headed off to New Zealand, the Marlborough region recently, which was amazing.
Oh, wow. Did you have a couple of white wines?
A few Pinots were consumed, that's for sure. Pinots.
All right, fair enough. And Paul, how are you?
Good, Blake. How are you?
Very well, thank you. It's lovely to have you on the show. Where are you off to next?
Bali next week.
Fantastic. All right, now often we get the question from lots of our customers, how well travelled are we? Do we really get out there? Do we test the beds? Do we drink the cocktails? Well, absolutely we do. Mark, how many international trips have you taken this year?
3 so far and 1 coming up tomorrow.
Tomorrow, where are you off to tomorrow?
Dubai.
Fantastic. So checking out some new properties over there.
That's right, and also heading down to Abu Dhabi.
Wow,
Oh.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, have a wonderful
Good spot.
trip.
Thank you.
And Chelsea, how many countries have you been to?
Oh, I'm a little less versed than my fellow colleagues here, but I'm up to 7.
That's
So
pretty good.
It's a good start.
And your favourite so far?
My favourite would probably be Vietnam. I really like Vietnam.
Yep.
Yeah, what a great spot.
Yeah.
Now, Paul, you're very well travelled. How many international trips this year? We're up to, where are we? We're August, end of August, so how have you gone?
Somewhere north of 10, Blake, but I'm not exactly. I'm not exactly sure.
Not bad in a year. How many
fantastic.
countries have you been to?
45, 6.
Nice.
That's pretty solid. We'd love to hear how many countries you've been to, so feel free to post and comment on the Facebook feed as it's going live now. That'd be wonderful. And of course, we're going to have a lot of fun today. We've got a lot to cover. Chelsea, what are we covering today?
First of all, we're going to start off in the beautiful Hong Kong. Then we're going to head down to London. We're going to do some river cruising in Vietnam. And then we're going to finish off locally in Perth.
Great.
How good is that?
good
Heaps
spread.
of fun. Now, we're not that far away from spring, so many people will have holidays on their mind. And of course, we're always keen to hear where you're off to next. So feel free to jump on Facebook right now. Obviously, you're already there because you're watching us, but use the comments section and just tell us where you're off to or where you want to go. And of course, if you've got any feedback or questions about Luxury Escapes trips coming up, or in fact stuff that's on the site right now, we can of course help you. But please post away, and we've got 5 Luxury Escapes travel vouchers to give away, Chelsea, which is pretty cool.
5 $100 Luxury Escapes vouchers. So that's sort of getting your brain ticking on where you could be going, and we want to help you do that. So to do so, we're going to ask you the question, how many travellers, Australians, took a Luxury Escapes in 2016? I've heard it's quite a few,
Yeah.
Blake.
It is plenty. It's certainly more than a couple, Chelsea, so we
Just a
won't give
couple?
away too much. But all right, well, let's kick things into overdrive now, because we do have some fantastic properties on the site right
do.
now. And Mark, tell us all about London.
Sure, so everyone loves London, everyone knows Big Ben from London. I'm not sure if you read recently, but it is closing down, or it's stopping working for the next 4 years
I couldn't
for a
believe that when I read
restoration.
that.
4
project.
years, wow.
That's right, but does anyone know why Big Ben is called Big Ben?
No, tell
Ooh.
us.
So the bell is
Really?
actually called Big Ben, and it was named after Sir Benjamin Hall, who was an engineer that helped install it.
Was he a big man?
No, he looked fairly lean.
It's quite a legacy to
Big
leave
bell, but
behind
yeah.
as an engineer.
That's right. So look, the bell will be back. What we do have available now is a property called the Lilith in London.
Beautiful.
It's just near Tower Bridge.
Nice.
It's actually an old school, and it's kind of got a little bit of a Hogwarts kind of feel to it.
Ooh, I
for
like
Harry
it.
Potter fans out there. And it's available for 3 nights for $1,399. And it comes with some amazing Luxury Escapes inclusions, as you have come to expect. Breakfast daily, welcome drinks, even a 3-course dinner for 2 people on 1 night.
Oh, fantastic.
And the thing I like about this place, it's a little bit quirky. The first offer is in a junior class room,
Yep.
and the upgrade option is in a senior classroom. So they've sort of played on that whole old school aspect of the property.
And it's all about location with this
Yeah.
one, isn't it? So whereabouts
Absolutely.
is it based
So
again?
it's just near Tower Bridge, which is pretty central in central London. It's 2 minutes from Tower Bridge, in fact, so you're close to all the
Nice. Right in the
attractions
action.
there on the South Wharf. So you've got the Globe, Theatre, the London Eye, etc.
Fantastic. Paul, you've been to London a couple of times.
Yeah,
What do
yeah.
you love about London?
You know, London's, because it's just a melting pot of the world, really. And you walk into, well, you get off at Heathrow and then jump on the Piccadilly line into town on the tube, and you suddenly feel like you're in a very different part of, you know, the world. The culture, the English, I suppose it's more England than England if you get, you know,
The mannerisms.
which is an interesting thing, but you sort of feel, you read about it all the time, and you get it there and you suddenly experience what it's all about. It's fantastic. It's just the atmosphere is great.
We've just got a question here from the audience. Anthea asks, are there any tips for Japan in October?
Well,
Who wants to answer that? Paul, I can take it if you like.
yeah, well, lead and I can follow in.
Sure. So I lived in Japan. I lived there for a year, and October's actually a beautiful time in Japan. Not too cold and not too hot, because it can actually have quite bitter and chilly winters and furiously hot summers. So October's actually a pretty good time to go. My favourite places in Japan, they're the obvious ones, but Tokyo and Kyoto. So if you've got if you get the opportunity to travel to Japan, and at the moment flights are actually
Reasonable.
really well
Yeah.
priced to Japan. So that would be my tips. I would absolutely do 3 nights in Tokyo. It's a dynamic city. It's a heap of fun, and then Kyoto to relax. And
what I think, Tokyo first off, but then jump on the bullet trains, the Nozomi or the Shinkansen, and go from Tokyo down to Kyoto and then on to Osaka. And you really get a really nice mix of what Japan's all about, because Osaka and Tokyo are very different cities. And I think if you can get that mix and really experience what all of Japan's got, the food is fantastic. Sashimi, yeah, exactly. And the beer's very good too.
And just keep an eye on luxuryscapes.com, or of course download the app, because we do have some beautiful properties coming up in Japan. We're not 100% certain how far they are away, but within the next couple of months, so maybe 2. But it's certainly, you can always drop us a line, ring us at 1300 889900. Let the inbound consultants who you'll hear on the other side of the phone there take down your details, and they'll give you a call back once Japan's up and going. So that's always a good thing to do.
We've had some guesses in as well with how many Australians have travelled with Luxury Escapes in 2016. Now, Blake, if you could just give a little bit of a higher or lower on the following. We've got 140,000, we've got 62,000, and then we've got Kelly, who's guessed 329,000.
All right.
Are we close?
Well, thank you for the guesses. No, you're at 140,000 and you need to go up. Debbie, 62,000, you obviously need to go up too. And Kelly, you also need to go up. So keep going. We've had quite a few travellers travel with Luxury Escapes in 2016. Not sure why we said 2016 and not 2017, but anyway, 2016 is a good year to talk about Luxury Escapes and travellers. Chels, this is one of your favourite destinations. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about Hong Kong, and Chelsea and Paul both love this city. So tell us all about it.
It's one of my favourites. I think as soon as you step off the plane in Hong Kong, you're just immersed in that culture. It's really happening, and I think it almost takes some notes, or maybe we do in Melbourne as well, where the food scene is vibrant. You can go from being in Mongkok street stalls with the cheapest Michelin star food I've ever tasted, right through to now they're bringing in some of those international chefs who are going with that Asian fusion food as well. It's just beautiful. I really love it.
Yeah, Hong Kong for me, and it's my favourite city in Asia, probably in the world actually. It's a place I've been to most in my travels, and it's like going home for me. You get off at the new airport, well, they call it the new airport, Chek Lap Kok.
Amazing airport.
It's incredible, and that's an experience in itself. You know, we talked about Singapore last week, which is really, I suppose, a Western city with some Eastern influence, where Hong Kong's more an Eastern city with Western influence.
Yeah.
And that fusion of the way it's developed over the last 150 odd years, it's just incredible. Some of the, the sporting highlights, the horse racing at Happy Valley or on Sha Tin on the weekends, the rugby sevens in early April, but then going down and experiencing the junks out at Aberdeen, out to Lamma Island and doing the walks through there, the seafood at Sai Kung, just to experience things that you just need to get out and really get involved in what Hong Kong's got to offer. It's fantastic.
And tell us about the offer that we've got available.
Well, we're featuring the Upper House, which is a boutique 117-room hotel, and it's called the Upper House because it actually sits on the top of Pacific Place, which is above Admiralty MTR, and the name actually comes because it's literally above Pacific Place, the Upper House. It was designed by an up-and-coming, well, I won't say up-and-coming, he's now a very well-established architect called Andre Fu, who's done some major properties through the Fullerton Bay in Singapore, the Four Seasons in Seoul. And the Upper House, it's very relaxed, but you know, it's got some of the biggest bathrooms you ever find in hotel rooms. So it's really good. Yeah. So we're offering a fantastic deal. You know, it's 4 nights in a studio 70 room for $2,998 for 2 people. Or you can upgrade to a higher category room with harbour view, and the view is just fantastic. Because
let's just be clear, this is literally one of the best
it's
hotels
number 1
in Hong Kong.
I would say the number 1 hotel.
It is actually number 1.
It is really just a stunning property. As a Michelin star chef at Cafe Grey Deluxe, which we're including a meal there, a mixologist, cocktails every night.
On the 49th floor,
on the 49th floor,
the view is incredible.
And the good thing about this is actually providing airport transfers too, so just arriving in style. You know, it's about a 45-minute drive in from the airport to the hotel. So you're going to really get a good view of what Hong Kong's all about by actually coming in.
I think my favourite thing about Upper House as well is just how personalised the service is. It's like nothing else. So as soon as you walk in, they will ask you, what are you doing in Hong Kong? What would you like to do? They can arrange private excursions. It's just, it's service unlike any other, really.
I think service is so important these days, don't you think, Mark?
Yeah, absolutely.
One of the things that our team does so well, and maybe you can take us through the inclusions that we get at the Upper House, because one of the things we do well is when we talk about great deals to amazing places, we're not just talking about flying somewhere, a bed in a room. We're talking about amazing inclusions. So what do people actually get at the Upper House when they get there?
So you get daily breakfast, private return airport transfers, dining experience in the hotel, and cocktails on the 49th floor bar.
How good's
amazing.
That? Go to a hotel. Yes, you've got this beautiful room, amazing bathroom, as you say, and then all of these wonderful inclusions. It's pretty cool.
And also, just if you do want to have a bit of a squiz inside, we'll be featuring Upper House on our TV show.
Oh, great.
This Saturday night, Channel 7, 5:30 nationwide. We'll be heading off to Hong Kong, where Shane explores Upper House and Ritz-Carlton, and it's something else.
2 great properties.
So check that out, and obviously check the Upper House out on the website.
So just on that package, though, you also get your 4-night option plus a 7-night option. So if you want to stay longer, and there's so much to do in Hong Kong that 7 nights is probably still not enough. So Debbie Lewis hasn't been in Hong Kong for years. I think if you go back now, you would find a lot of changes, but they're all for the better. And I think, you know, just do it.
Yeah, fantastic, Debbie. Please get back there. It's no doubt you'd have a heap of fun.
And just on that, we're really excited as well. We've partnered up with Hong Kong Tourism Body, and we'll be hosting an event at the Lounge, which, if you haven't heard about it, it's 261 Little Collins Street in Melbourne. It's our concept store that'll be there for a few more months now.
Check it out. When's that event?
It's tonight. I've got to head there any second now to set up.
All right, so if any of you want to come down to see us, now obviously you're all over the world, and we can't put up lounges all over the place, but we intend to, or we hope to. But get down to 261 Little Collins Street, Melbourne tonight for, as what Chelsea says, will be a fun night talking all about Hong Kong.
Great.
Okay, so we've got a few more guesses, and we need to just get a little bit higher on these guesses. So you're getting very, very close, particularly you, Debbie. So thank you for that guess at 525,000. We just need to go up just a touch, and you'll be pretty close.
That's a lot of Australians.
That's a lot of Australians.
All right, Paul, river cruising, how good's this?
Well, it's the biggest growth industry in tourism at the moment. It's just
people are loving it.
Taking over the world, from European river cruising to Asia river cruising down the Mekong, Myanmar with Irrawaddy, Mississippi river cruising. So it really is becoming, for want of a better term, the cruise du jour of way of travelling. There's a lot of little French there, bringing it into play. So there's so much investment going into new ships being built right across the world. You know, there's around 200 new boats being built at the moment globally, and it's still just going to boom. So Australians have been, I suppose, embracing river cruising for a little while now, mainly in Europe. but they're now starting to branch out, and we're about to feature a cruise down the Mekong.
Nice.
Starting in Siem Reap in Cambodia, and then end up in Saigon, Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam.
Perfect.
So it's 11-night package, 2 nights at the start at Siem Reap and 2 nights at the end in Ho Chi Minh.
That's great. That'll be a great trip.
Fantastic, and you really do get to experience, you know, the little waterways coming off the Mekong, the locals going about their daily business, whether they're farmers, whether they're cooking on the side of the river, whatever it may be. And you obviously see the amazing highlights of Angkor Wat and so forth, and end up in the bustling city of Ho Chi Minh, which is a super experience if you've never been there. It's one of my favourites.
Tell us a little bit about the boat itself. I mean, a lot of people, when they think about river cruising,
Yeah.
are probably thinking a small boat. Tell us a little bit
Yeah,
about the boat.
this one's reasonably boutique. It's I think 46 cabins in total.
Yeah, beautiful.
So it's not a mass market ship, so it's very intimate. All your breakfasts included, a lot of your main meals. But the key thing about this is that there is lots of touring included as well. So you're not just sitting on the boat floating down the river, you're getting involved in the culture and seeing a lot of the experiences as well. So this cruise, we've got a number of departures from mid-September to mid-November, going in either direction, so from Siem Reap to Ho Chi Minh or vice versa.
Oh.
So you do get, you know, a really nice mix, so, and you can extend your stay in either of those destinations to experience a little more of what both those countries got to offer.
Yeah, fantastic. And Vietnam's one of my favourite places.
Yeah.
So
That's amazing.
if you haven't been there yet, this is a pretty good way to see it.
Yeah.
What's the price on that?
$3,998 per person for 11 nights.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Wonderful. Thanks very much. All right, now we are bang on these guesses. So what was it again? It's five $100 Luxury Escapes vouchers
Absolutely.
for the closest 5 guesses, was it? Fantastic. We are there. So I'm seeing 3 guesses in front of me. So if you have a look around those guesses of Debbie, Charmy and Kylie, there are 2 more Luxury Escapes vouchers to give away. Someone's probably already got it. I can't see the screen just in front of me. So hopefully some of you out there are looking and getting very close. So $100 vouchers for all of you.
Keep guessing.
All right, now, Mark.
Yes.
Off to Perth.
That's right.
Staying local.
This is pretty cool because there's some new hotel developments happening in Perth.
That's right.
And there's a beautiful hotel brand that you're going to talk to us
That's
all
right.
about today.
So we're really lucky to be featuring the Aloft Perth. It's a brand new hotel in Perth, and Aloft is part of the Starwood and Marriott brand of hotel brands.
Right.
It's the first one in Australia. There's 250 around the world, so we're lucky to finally get one in Australia.
What's different about Aloft? What?
So Aloft is inspired by W Hotels. So if you're well-travelled, you probably know the W Hotel
Quirky,
brand.
fun.
Very design-driven.
Yeah.
It's very focused on music. Download the W Hotels app. There's some great playlists on there for music for dinner or parties. Yeah, get on board. It's really good. So Aloft is kind of like the baby brother of the W Hotels brand. So it's really colourful. It's not your boring hotel rooms that you can sometimes get, but it's still affordable. So we have a package that's 2 nights for $299 with daily breakfast and a hotel credit of $30.
Oh, how cool is that?
Yeah.
Perth is a great city to visit.
It is.
And you've got so much to explore around that area.
That's right.
Well, you've been to Perth a couple of times.
Yes, this hotel's in a great location. It's not very far from the brand new Perth Stadium, which is being built for AFL.
Yep.
So seats around 60,000 people, and will be ready in time for the 2018 AFL season. So once the fixture comes out, check out where your team's playing or when your team's playing in Perth, and get over there and
Book
see
ahead.
them take over Eagles or the Dockers.
Fantastic. Now, your favourite bar and restaurant in Perth, please?
Look, there's too many. There's a great hotel bar called XYZ or XYZ bar in the hotel, and there's also Springs Kitchen in the hotel where you can go and use your $30 credit.
Fantastic.
Nice.
How cool is that? So we've got really great
Perth's a
trips.
great city, just fantastic. You know, the Sunday, you know, very different to Melbourne, where Sunday's a big entertainment day. So great to get over and have a look at, you know, what it's got to offer, the Swan River, out to Rottnest for maybe a day. Those sort of things, really good.
And next